I was pretty upfront about this, and we've talked about this. Obviously, we get together every week that the Jordan Travis that I saw as a thrower in 2020, I did not feel was a starting quarterback in the ACC as a thrower. That doesn't
Mhm.
mean you're a complete quarterback. Obviously, the run game and what he brings with his legs just made up for a lot of that. But if you're just looking at standing in a pocket, delivering the ball downfield, I didn't think he was an ACC starting quarterback in 2020. And I said, we'll see what we see in 21. Well, I did believe that he took the strides to be a much more accurate passer, more zip on the ball, all those things as a thrower. James made the comment last week that he thinks he's taken another jump in that direction this
It's
year.
very it's very rare to see him run. I think we talked about it a little bit, Mark, but it's very rare to see him run. Like I saw him in Jacksonville, I was like, okay, the pocket's collapsed almost immediately. You've got Jared Verse coming off from your left side there, and he's coming for you. And Jordan Travis, and he's playing it smart, not like this was a dumb decision, but he understands that that's just chalked over there on that left side of the field. Jared Verse is coming at me, but he's going to go ahead and roll out, and he's going to roll out as long as he possibly can. And he checks down to a wide open tight end with Jackson West, and that's something that Jordan Travis usually, if you've got a defensive end running up on him like that, he's just going to usually he would definitely 2 years ago, but in the early part of last year, he'll tuck that and run and also put his body at risk. But the number one thing, and that's something Coach Tokar's Florida State's quarterbacks coach first year in, he's really pushing for Jordan Travis to keep his eyes downfield and make those passes. And it's very weird. I think JT has thrown a total of maybe 2 to 3 interceptions. 2 of them, believe it's either 1 or 2 that happened in Jacksonville. But throughout camp, 2 to 3 interceptions. Come on, dog. I mean, that's 15 practice, 16 practices. I don't think we've heard. I haven't gotten confirmation of anything, but I didn't hear about Jordan Travis throwing any interceptions in the scrimmages either. He's protecting the ball very well, and that's something he did at the latter half of last season, and you hope that continues to progress there. But like James said, and he's seen a couple of practices, really in the Jacksonville ones. If he liked what JT was doing then, I wish he would have seen what he did last week, where he performed, I think, his best practice since being at FSU. He absolutely lit it up, and defense couldn't do anything about it. He was making reads, second reads, third reads. He was connecting well. He was putting balls in a tight windows, connecting with Micah Pittman twice, and then had a beautiful extending the play. Jordan Travis rolls out to the left. He's got Micah Pittman on a deep route there into the end zone. And he puts it exactly where Micah Pittman end stride with a sliding catch, only where Micah could get it for 6, and Micah Pittman absolutely fired up. Jordan Travis had just looked a really good, Mark, and I think too it helps with having an offensive line, a true second-year room right there for a lot of these guys, and bringing in Bless Harris, a transfer. You got Turrentine too, one of the guard positions. Having that security there for JT is huge, but the biggest thing is his mindset. He's staying in that pocket, but he's not overdoing it. We saw Alex Hornibrook do the same damn thing where he'd stay in that pocket. That's great, but eventually you got to pull up or move up and do something. You just can't stay there and screw yourself. So, JT, I've really liked what I've seen from him this fall camp. He's much more mature. He's a collected guy, and he's turned into a leader going over to everyone, wide receiver, running back, offensive lineman, no matter what it is. And I'll tell you what, Mike Norvell has been a lot more hands-on with Jordan Travis than what I saw during the last fall practices and the spring. I mean, it's almost after every series, Mike Norvell is calling JT over and having a couple discussions to make sure every read is being called right. And it's good. And same way for AJ Duffy and Tate Rodemaker.